Okay, so today, hot topic, release. Let's get into a little bit of hands and arms, body, combinations, what actually happens. So I'm going to use TrackMan to test a few things out today, so bear with me. Let's get stuck into some testing, some talking, and come out with some solutions that can make you really understand how to release, what to release, when to release. What I'm planning to do really is basically show you the difference between a few things. Now, quite often I talk on my channel about having more of what I would call a body release. And certainly that would be my favorite if I was going to say to you right now, bang, this is what you do. But bear in mind, some players need more of an arm release because their bodies aren't quick enough or they can't control the ball well enough and they need a bit of extra club head speed. So let's just look at speed, ball flight, and how it's affected when we really try and make these things come to fruition. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hit a ball with my feet together. So basically take my body out of it and let my hands work more actively. So it's going to be very much a hand release shot. And we're going to look at the curve, the club face closing, and the speed. And the speed, bear in mind, is just me hitting the shot with feet together. So don't worry too much about that. But we'll just look at the difference between that and when I try and do a no wrist shot and see what happens. So feet together, feet touching, aiming that little yellow stick right in front of me for the purpose of TrackMan. Oh, I hit that good. As you'll see from the tracer, quite a bit of curve right to left. Let's look at the data. Okay, so face to path, 4 degrees closing, the face 2 degrees close at contact, speed 73. Okay, pretty much that I'd expect. The speed's obviously less than I normally do. So now in this one, we're going to try and really take the hands out. This is going to be tough. I'm going to try and feel really wooden. Just use my body only. Felt stiff. That strike was okay. Flight was okay. You'll see from the tracer there, definitely straighter. Face angle 2.5 close, face to path 2.5. So the path was straighter, speed was a lot lower, curve was a lot less. If we go back and look at the other one. So the curve in the first one was 39 feet. The curve on the second one was only 6 feet. So I guess if you're after accuracy and you weren't worried about distance, you could go take the hands totally out of it. The ideal for me was a combo of the two. Having the release in the right place, but having some hand release and having some body release is what we would want for most golfers. Probably if you needed to get the ball to draw more, you might feel more hand release. And if you wanted the ball to draw less, you'd probably feel more body dominant. That's probably it in a nutshell. Let's try and do a bit of a combo and talk you through what I want. So in an ideal world, we would want the body to be active. So the body, lower half to be head, upper half behind. Create some lag, get some forward lean. So that's definitely going to feel more body at that point. Then the hands are going to release from me. And releasing something is a little bit misunderstood, I think. So if I try and release something, it's that. Now in the golf club, golf swing, we never actually let go of anything. What we do is have the lever system, which we uncock. And we also have the rotation to square the face up as well. So if I just purely uncock and cock, that club face isn't really changing. So if I'm here and uncock, it's only going to start to close when it overtakes the hands. So we definitely don't want the overtaking of the hands too early. Ideal world, this is your inline condition here. Once you pass this spot, then it'll start to overtake. So I always think about it as your belly button. If my belly button's rotating, the club wants to be in line with that. That's my inline condition where both arms are pretty straight. Club points back to my belly button. Now, if my belly hasn't moved, I wouldn't want it to point back to my belly button there. So I need to have the rotation to match this. If the body's quiet, the hands are going to be more active. And then we're likely to have more curvature. So what I want to feel in this one is we feel the body and arms working together. And we feel like the hands only really get let go after contact. And we definitely allow our wrist to feel like the load in the backswing too. That's important. Let's try a shot. That one ball flight was pretty damn good. You see that from the tracer there. can't hit it much straighter than that. Dropping left, which is what I love. So data-wise, 83 mile an hour. It's fractionally slower than I would normally be. But again, this is probably my 4th shot of the day. No warm-up. Path, great, 1 degree. Face angle slightly open. So face to path, opening of 1 degree. So I could probably, in terms of data, release that a little bit more. In terms of the ball flight, it curved to the left. So that tells me that the strike or the centre of mass in the clubs weren't quite married up, so there was a bit of twisting in the face, which caused a little bit of that curvature. There's very little gear effect in irons. In fact, a lot of scientists and club fitters will say there is none. I get a lot of results like that where either TrackMan's measuring things slightly wrong, which I pretty much trust TrackMan, certainly with the ball data, it's 100% good. But the ball flight is pretty much as we saw, slight curve to the left, started slightly right. So the face being open makes the ball start right, and then the contact point would make the ball curve slightly left. So, in summary, what we've learned from the video is you need a combination of both body and arm and hand release. Ideally for me, good players probably need to feel they have more body, less hands, because they tend to hit shots left. The average golfer will tend to slice the ball more. They might need to feel certainly more arm rotation to the golf ball. And I definitely want to feel that more with the lead arm, if you can, because it has more benefits from a path point of view. But feed what you need. So if you need to feel more release because the ball's not curving left, release it more. If you feel the ball's going too far left, don't be scared to put the body in more. If you feel your speed drops down, just make sure you still release the lever system, but do it after contact as much as you can. Explode, unload after contact if you can.